So in this lesson, we're going to be simplifying radical expression, by dividing. Right? When we are simplifying expressions and we have a fraction, something very important to keep in mind is that we cannot have a radical on the denominator. So I'm going to try to simplify my expression that I don't have a radical on the denominator. On this case, this one, I just can find the square root of 16, that is 4. Right? Now in that case, I can cancel out those 4's. So this is just the square root of 15. What happens if I cannot simplify the fraction? So for example, if that one was 6, I can just divide 6 by 3 and that's it. But in that case, because it's not 3, I got to rationalize the denominator, right? So when we have a square root, it's very easy because we're just multiplying times square root on numerator and denominator, right? So, and I'm going to show you now why. So 5 times 3 is 15, divided by 3 times 3 is 9. So that means that I have the square root of 9. So this is the square root of 15 divided by the square root of 9, that is 3. And as you can see, when I multiply that times the square root, I cancel out the square root of the denominator. Okay. So this one, again, I can rationalize square root of 6, square root of 6, so I have 4, square root of 18, divided by the square root of 36. So that means that I have 4 times the square root of 9 times 2 divided by 6. So I have 4 times 3 is square root of 2 divided by 6. So I have 12 square root of 2 divided by 6. So this is 2 square root of 2. That's one way of solving this exercise. Another way that I can solve it is that from right there on the beginning, so 4 is square root of 3, square root of 6. I can simplify this square root. This is 1, this is 2, so this is the same as 4 divided by the square root of 2, right? I can do it, first of all, because they simplify, and that I have the same square root. Now, in this step, I'm going to rationalize by multiplying the square root of 2 on numerator and denominator. So 4 square root of 2 divided by the square root of 4. So 4 square root of 2 divided by 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2, the square root of 2. The next one, I have this expression. I just have one more number, sorry. So when I rationalize, I want to actually just multiply times the radical. So I don't have to multiply times that 4. So I'm going to distribute. So I have the square root of 15 minus 2 square root of 3 divided by 4 times the square root of 9. So this is the square root of 15 minus 2 square root of 3 divided by 4 times 3. So the square root of 15 minus 2 square root of 3 divided by 12. So now that I have a binomial on the denominator, if I just multiply times the square root of 2 here and the square root of 2 here, I'm going to distribute that one. As you can see, I'm going to be keeping it right here, right? So you can see it. So I have 2, the square root of 2 divided by negative 2, the square root of 2 minus the square root of 4, right? So this becomes the 2, but I'm still keeping that radical here. So in this case, it's a little bit different, right? Because now I have to multiply times the conjugate pair. So what we're going to do is change the sign of that radical. The 2 plus the square root of 2. Right? So I'm just doing here, so negative 4 plus 2 square root of 2 divided by, now 4 only, so negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 2 times the square root of 2 is negative 2 square root of 2. Now this negative 2 square root of 2 times negative 2 is positive 2 square root of 2. And then negative square root of 2 times negative square root of 2 is minus the square root of 4. So that means that this cancel out because it's negative 2 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 2, that's 0. So negative 4 plus 2 Square root of 2 divided by 4 minus the square root of 4 is 2. And as you can see now, I cancel out all my radicals from the denominator. So this is 2. Now I can simplify everything, so negative 2 plus the square root of 2. Now this one I'm going to start by, so it's a little bit easier than to simplify by simplifying this one. So the square root x squared, the square root is x squared, x to the 4, sorry. The square root of x to the 4 is x squared. 3 divided by 2, square root of 5x plus 2. Now again, I'm going to multiply times the conjugate pair, so 5x minus 2 to square root of 5x minus 2. Okay. So remember that I have to FOIL the denominator, so 3 times 2, 6 square root of 5x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. X squared, square root of 3 times 2, square root of 5s plus 2, x squared, square root of 15x. And now x squared, square root of 3 times negative 2 is negative 2, x squared, square root of 3. Now I don't have any like terms because any of my radicals are the same, so I can leave it like that, divided by. So I have 4 square root of 25x squared. So multiply this one times negative 2. So I have negative 4 square root of 5x. Then I have 2 times 2 square root of 3. So 4 square root of 5x. And at the end is 2 times negative 2. So it's negative 4. Again, I can cancel this out here. So 6. Let's rearrange. I'm going to write that 6 first. Plus or negative 6. 6 square root of 5x plus 2x squared square root of 15x minus 2x squared square root of 3. Everything divided by. Remember that this right here becomes 5 absolute value of x. So my numerator is going to be 5 absolute value of x minus 4. Now, as you can see now I have a cubic root on my denominator, right? So if I only multiply times the cubic root right here, I'm going to have 3 cubic root of 2 divided by the cubic root of 4. So I did not cancel it out. And if I simplify this 2 and this 4, I'm going to get back here, right? So that means that I need to do something else here, right? So I need to do something else here, right? So what I'm going to do is that I need to complete that exponent. So I'm going to multiply, right? I just have 1, so I need to complete that 2. So this is 2 squared. Again, why 2 squared? Because I have 2 to the 1. So I need to complete that same exponent here, 3. So that means that this is 2 squared. I'm going to do the same over here, cubic root of 2 squared. Now I have 3 cubic root of 2 squared. That is 4, right? So this is 4. Divided by 2 times 4. So it's the cubic root of 8. And now the cubic root of 8 is 2. And now we're rationalize my denominator. The next one, so this one I have 2 minus the cubic root of 3 divided by the cubic root of 9. I can rewrite as 3 squared. Right? So as you can see, I'm missing just one more, so I can complete that exponent to have 3 cubed, so I can cancel it out. So the same over here. So I have 2 cubic root of 3 minus the cubic root of 3 times 3 is 9 divided by the cubic root of 27, right? Because this is 9 times 3 is 27. So 2 cubic root of 3 minus cubic root of 9 divided by 3, so cubic root of 27 is 3. And That's it for this lesson. May the force be with you.